You get what you saw in Key West is you saw the boats damaged, you saw some houses damaged, you saw some roofs damaged. But as you go up towards Marathon, you saw any trailer park. I mean, I don't think I saw a trailer park where it seemed like everything wasn't turned over. You saw some flooding. You saw homes with without their roofs and things like that. You saw lots of boats damaged. That's where I saw the worst damage. You could clearly see the storm surge. Now, the positive is, I thought it was going to be even worse as far as 15-foot of storm surge. So I hope just hope everybody survived.
Any idea how much money the state is going to cost
No, but I'll tell you what I appreciate the president. He did a pre-landfall declaration and he did a major declaration. He did the pre-landfall right after I asked him. I think the day I asked him, and then he did the major declaration the same day I asked him. The Homeland Security, FEMA, the president, the vice president, they've just been great partners. We have rescue teams going out just to make sure. The flooding in Jacksonville, we sent a lot this morning because we saw so much flooding there. So I know we have teams out there, but I don't have any personal knowledge right now if somebody's still stranded. But I know we have rescue teams out.
Any fatalities that you are aware of, either in the Keys or elsewhere in the state related to that?
The local officials will announce any fatalities.
Are you prepared for the influx of Floridians who evacuated and come back downstate? There's not a lot of gas in the turnpike or the other stations?
Step one, we got to get the roads open. Highway safety, Department of Transportation is working hard to do that, especially the evacuation routes. Number two, we've got to get the fuel back. We're working to make sure Port Tampa and Port Everglades get open so we can get the tankers in. There's tankers ready to come in. They're bringing a lot of fuel. But that will take some period of time because not only do we have to get the fuel in, then we got to get the fuel to the gas station. So that's going to take a few days to get caught up because people bought so much gas. And I'm sure driving back, they're going to buy a lot of gas again. But right now, the big risk you've got is on top of those things, you got to be careful. There's so many power lines. Do you want to go to a house when you don't have any power? And then there's, just because we get the evacuation routes, we still have the local roads. And I know I've talked to the mayors around the state today, and they're all working hard to get the roads clean. I've talked to sheriffs today, and they're doing the same thing. But there's a lot to prepare before people rush back to their homes. Here's the test. The test I don't want one fatality. I don't want anybody to die. So I hope everybody listened to what we were talking about. We'll find out over time if people did or not. I remember, these days run together. But I remember the morning of when the hurricane was hitting, the roads were empty, and so I think people did leave their homes and get off the roads. We opened almost, I think, right at 600 shelters. People got into shelters, which is really a positive. By shutting down the schools, I shut down all the schools Friday through Monday, allowed us to open up more shelters faster. Now, it made it a little harder when the storm moved to the west because we had to react very quick to do that. But the local communities did that. American Red Cross came down. Thousands of people volunteered. Nurses showed up to help take care of our special needs patients. But let me tell you, there's a lot of work to do. I've had phone calls all day long about nursing homes and assisted living that don't have their power, and so we've got to work hard to get them their power back. So I know I've talked to the utilities today. They're doing it based on the biggest needs first. So there's some there's still a lot of work to do. The Keys, not having water right now, not having sewer, not having electricity. I mean, that's going to take. How can you live there?
What are the medical issues you're concerned with right now, especially as people try to recover from the event?
Don't get hurt. First off, don't do foolish things that you're going to get hurt. We have some hospitals that evacuated. We have. I went through Andrew, and I had hospitals. I had a hospital completely demolished with Andrew. we'd evacuate hospitals. So if you they have employees that are not back to work yet, so our hospitals are not fully staffed. So our emergency rooms are not going to be fully staffed. So you've got to be really cautious of what you're doing. And but I know we did daily calls with our hospitals, with their nursing homes. Everybody that evacuated, we tried to work with them to make sure they got plans together how to get started again. Because I remember after Andrew, it's very difficult to restaff a hospital because you have employees without homes. Back then I think I had over 500 employees without homes, and how do you get them back to work when they don't even have their own house? So it's going to take a while for our healthcare community to get back to work.
Governor, is the flooding unprecedented from Jacksonville all the way down to the peninsula around the corner to the southwest?
I haven't seen all of it, but I know Jacksonville is historic flooding that right now. It's going to take a long time for that flooding to get out. If you look at places where and I haven't seen the flooding, but Pasco County, the flooding, and some of the flooding comes in a day later, right? There is a positive that's happened. Remember, we were worried about the water spilling over the dike where they're doing the repairs, where we evacuated all the communities down there. The initial assessment is more positive than that. They didn't get the wind they thought. So, but that was just the early assessment. I'll get a briefing this afternoon, but hopefully that means we got less flooding there. Now, their issue, I'm sure, is going to be like all of us, is that you don't have power. So, but we evacuated a lot of communities around the dike. So it's going to continue to be important to get that dike fixed.
Governor, do you have any estimate at all how much this hurricane will cost the state of Florida in all? How does it compare to Andrew?
No, we don't have any estimate as what's going to cost. The way it works is we do it by county, and then it rolls up through. It'll start with their emergency management teams, and they'll come, and we'll have assessment teams that go out and help them. FEMA will be part of that, and we'll all work together to come up with a number.
So today, some of the residents were kind of grousing, and I apologize for sitting disrespectful, grousing about the news media and mentioned you and others possibly whipping them up, stirring them up, alarm as this storm is coming. This folks down in South Bay saying, hey, it wasn't a catastrophe, and we're hearing on TV that it was going to be total obliteration. Can you just address that? I mean, how do you frame the message in advance of the storm, knowing it can be really bad, but also it may not be a disaster?
Well, I think you have to listen to your local officials. You have to listen to the National Hurricane Service, what they're saying. They're doing everything they can to tell us exactly what they believe is going to happen. Our local officials are deciding what they're going to do based on trying to keep everybody safe. From my standpoint, if we saved one life, it was all worth it. I mean, every life's important. Yep, probably shouldn't say something.